Welcome to the Awaken, Heal, and Thrive podcast. This episode is called, Does Releasing Spiritual Certainty Make Awakening Easier? I'm Benjamin Bernstein, and this episode is sponsored by my Awakening Plus online membership and my new VIP day. I publish both audio and video versions of Awaken, Heal, and Thrive, so take your pick. The video versions are on my YouTube channel called Benjamin Bernstein Podcasts. I drop new episodes of this podcast twice a month. Be sure to subscribe to Awaken, Heal, and Thrive wherever you get it. And if you have not already, be sure to click the link in the show notes for a free chance to win a full year of my Awakening Plus online membership. I announce a new winner every month. As I mentioned, this episode is co-sponsored by my new VIP Day. It's your potent opportunity for profound personal transformation. What if one day, one-on-one with me and focused entirely on you, could change your life forever? What if you said yes to a safe, skillfully facilitated immersion into your inner world? What if this deep dive experience healed core wounds and traumas that have been holding you back with surprising ease and speed? And what if you broke through to a more ecstatic spiritual awakening than you had thought possible, made it your new normal, and learned how to keep taking it deeper on your own? During your personalized VIP day, you'll experience how it always gets better than this. You truly can't imagine how joyful and fulfilling your life could become. To learn more, click the link in the show notes or go to astroshaman.com/VIP day. So, does releasing spiritual certainty make awakening easier? Now, the previous episode of Awaken, Heal, and Thrive focused on the law of attraction. As I work with it more deeply, I've been shedding unneeded possessions. This is one of the things you do for abundance. You get rid of the stuff that you don't need to make space. And to my surprise, this led me to shed some long-held beliefs. Majorly, they have to do with the law of one. I should tell you a little bit about this. I've studied the law of one channel material for years. I was part of a study group that met at my house for several years. And we went through the entire 100 plus sessions, session by session, and we really dove deep. And although it's not a dogmatic kind of thing, in fact, the law of one itself says, don't believe anything you read here, consider it for yourself, make your own decisions. For a long time now, many years, I've held it as my sort of frame of reference for the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. In fact, so much so that a few episodes ago, I had my friend Maret on, who kind of spearheaded that whole group. So I'm in deep. However, this is about the general idea of any spiritual beliefs you're holding. Is it better to be dogmatically certain about them, or is it better to hold them lightly in terms of how that might affect your awakening? So what specifically am I questioning now? The law of one basically says 3D Earth, where we're at right now, can never become a paradise. We're not going to have a golden age here because the function of 3D Earth is to have enough conflict that the humans here make a basic fundamental choice. You serve the path of service to other or service to self. And service to other means that you're at least a little bit more concerned about others than yourself. A service to self being, however, is very self-centered. They just want what they want and they want it now. Service to self beings can be cruel, nasty, violent, can kill huge numbers of people. They get what they want. So it's kind of considered the dark path. Now, the law of one further says that some beings, about 10%, choose the service to self path. And they say some beings choose and they have to play on the dark side. And that's their free will choice. And there's no point trying to bring them to love and light because they have fundamentally chosen this path of darkness way up the scale. And it's only way down the road, billions of years later, that both the light and dark paths, as the law of one, come together into unity. And then whichever path you chose, you simply have to go to a path of unity, oneness, to get any further. So at that point, everything balances out, and whatever path you chose, you move on back into oneness, which is a lovely thought. And I like the idea of that. But this would predispose, that means that the way most people think, which is, wow, if a person is behaving badly, if they're exhibiting evil behavior, it's not that they're fundamentally a bad person. They got wounded, they got traumatized, they got deluded. Some people say we're all love and light at the core, and any misbehavior is only because of wounding and trauma. And part of me really likes that idea, but part of me says, well, maybe the law of one does have it right. And some people actually choose the dark path for various soul reasons that might be beyond my understanding. So whereas I really bought into that whole service to self path as a valid soul choice, I'm not so sure anymore. And at this point, I'm agnostic on it. I don't know if it's true or not. Now, there's also a personal level to this. I have a lot of really close friends who really are into the law of one. And if they see this episode or hear me talking about, I'm not so sure about that, will that cause me to, if not lose their friendship, maybe have them not connect with me as much? So, oh, apostate, kind of stand back a little. I'm sure that wouldn't be a conscious choice for many of these people, but when you've shared a core belief and one person kind of drops the belief, there's human psychology that might lead to not quite as big a desire to be with that person anymore. And here's yet another level of thought around this. A lot of the material I'm reading says the belief you hold determines the universe you're in. There's an infinite number of universes, more splitting off all the time. And it could be that if I buy into the law of one idea, that there are two paths, service to self and service to other, then that will put me in a universe where that is how it works. Whereas if I hold the belief that all beings are fundamentally love and light, and any misbehavior is only because of wounding and trauma, then that's the universe I would end up in. So, how's to even know what the story is on that? Another belief that, oh my God, do I believe that it's all just one universe operating by the same rules, or do I believe in the multiverse idea where my beliefs might actually build a different reality around me? Like the bit of energy that's going to just hang out as a wave until the human looks at it and then, oh, I better become a particle now. And all this kind of leads me to my big question, which is, does stubborn attachment to any story or belief impede my awakening? Is the ego's clinging to anything going to be a problem? I think that maybe clinging on any level is like ego Velcro. My astrology mentor, Kelly Phipps, whom I studied with years ago, had an acronym. He said, ego stands for edging God out. And if the ego is clinging to anything conceptual of any kind, that could be an impediment to moving more deeply into awakening. Because one thing I do know about awakening, because I've had a number of them, is that it's beyond the mental realm. There's no thinking there, there's a being. So any thoughts you're stuck on or are troubled by or kind of gnawing at, that possibly could keep you from moving into that state beyond thought and moving into those upper realms. I know that if I can heal major traumas energetically while remaining ignorant about them, as I've repeatedly experienced and witnessed, then I'm guessing I can keep awakening more deeply while remaining agnostic about certain spiritual concepts. In my experience, as I said, awakening is way beyond the mind anyway. Having fewer concepts might make awakening easier since there's less mental baggage to weigh me down. So that's my current thinking. An acronym I learned years ago is SETGEFN, SETTGEFN. It stands for safe enough to try, good enough for now. So right now I'm trying on, I'm going to choose to not have an opinion about that. I'm open to the idea that one or the other might be true, or maybe it's the universe is built around the beliefs you hold, and it's whichever what you chose. And I don't know if any of that's true or not, but I'm just going to relax and not have to make a decision about it has to be a certain way or the other. So in terms of you, I would just ask you to examine, are there any hardcore convictions you're holding about spirituality or religion? And is it possible that if you've just doubled down on a belief and that's just the way it has to be, is that in some way impeding your awakening process? Is your fixed idea possibly getting in the way? That's what I've had to wrestle with, and it might be worth a thought. Also, I've shared many glowing reviews of my book, which now has over 200 ratings on Amazon. But today I'm going to shake it up and give you Amazon's AI summary of all those reviews. Here's what the AI says. Quote, customers find the writing style easy to understand and excellent. They also say the book provides valuable insights, inspirations, techniques, and rituals for personal growth. Readers describe the impact as effective, simple, and enjoyable. They mention the book as a quick read that provides peace and euphoria, end quote. Not quite sure why it doubled up on quick there, but hey, it is 203 pages, so it doesn't take that long to read. Anyhow, sounds good to me. Thank you, Amazon AI. The 15-word title of my #1 bestseller is Instant Divine Assistance, your complete guide to fast and easy spiritual awakening, healing, and more. If you'd like to listen, my audiobook is free if you're not yet an Audible member. Instant Divine Assistance is also available as an ebook, paperback, and hardcover. Click a link in the show notes to check it out on Audible or Amazon, or read it in Kindle Unlimited. And Awakening Plus is my online membership where you can awaken, heal, and thrive easily, quickly, and affordably. Would you like to speed up your healing and awakening as part of an uplifting community with hundreds of dedicated awakeners? Then check out Awakening Plus, the online membership that can put your personal transformation into high gear. You can choose from over a dozen Zoom calls every month, as well as an ever-expanding archive of more than 675 events that can profoundly change your life. You'll also benefit from 3 major courses and much more to help you awaken, heal, and thrive. To find out more, click the link in the show notes or visit awakeningplus.com. That's awakeningplus.com. Thank you for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein, and we are wrapping up. Please leave me a 5-star rating, review, or comment wherever you're getting this episode so others can also awaken, heal, and thrive. And be sure to click the link in the show notes for a chance to win 1 free year of my Awakening Plus online membership. Thanks again for spending this time with me. I wish you infinite blessings.